So I'm standing outside Hampstead Theatre on a wet, gusty autumn afternoon, and I'm poised to meet Athol Fugard, who is probably the foremost living South African playwright. He's a writer who has prolifically contributed to South African theatre for decades, a key figure in the struggle against apartheid, but crucially he's continued to work after apartheid, and his writing is probably as strong and resonant as ever. His latest play, The Train Driver, which he's directing himself here at Hampstead, opens in November, and he's going to tell us all about it.
The play's about, well, it was suggested by a terrible story I read in one of our local papers in South Africa about a mother, a black mother, African lady, who took her 3 children and stood on a railway line and waited for the train to kill them all, which it did. It's as crude and as blunt as that. And no one really knows what the circumstances were that prompted her to do that, because she had been one of the thousands of people living in a squatter camp. And my play deals with an incident like that, but instead of the focus being on the woman, I try to examine the story through the eyes of the train driver, of the white train driver who was at the wheels and the controls of the train when that happened. And in dealing with his trauma, he actually examines and has to come to terms with the guilt and responsibility that white South Africans have for what is happening in that country, and continues to happen in that country right up to today.